Good evening guys, this is Recommend, bringing you my thoughts on the Gamerztek 8-bit HD. Keep in mind that I don't yet own one, but I do own a real NES and various clones such as the Retro USB AVS, Retron 5, and the Super Retro Trio, so I'm pretty familiar with how these things work. Gamerztek is selling these for $50 on their site plus shipping and on Amazon for $60. So what are you getting for your money? The 8-bit HD console and 2 controllers. As you can see, in the base console is a standard issue NES clone with power and select in the front as well as 2 controller ports for the NES controllers. In the back you have your power supply, mono audio video RCA jacks, and an HDMI port that scales to 720p. These are the 2 included controllers. They have a standard NES button layout, directional pad, start, select, B, and A. The cords look pretty long and the connectors are NES style connectors as well. This screenshot comes from Gamester81's review. You will also notice that the text, while clean, is not pixel sharp like all the other clone consoles. You can also immediately see that the colors on the 8-bit HD are very saturated and bright, very similar to the Retron 5. The NES Classic on the bottom right has a much darker C, and the word Super looks purplish instead of bluish. The AVS mimics the palette very closely, as you can see. I also grabbed some screenshots from RGT85's review, and as you can see, the picture generated natively by the 8-bit HD is stretched, with no option to change it on the console. You can change your TV setting to help alleviate this, however, so keep that in mind. Colors are still very saturated and the picture is very soft. Comparing the 8-bit HD side by side with my Super Retro Trio via an external upscaler, you will see that the pictures look very similar. From what I can tell, it looks like the 8-bit HD just routes the composite signal and runs it through the HDMI upscaler. When compared to the AVS, the 8-bit expectedly falls short in terms of how crisp the graphics look. It's clean, but you're definitely getting what you pay for in comparison to the AVS, which is 3 times more expensive. With that said, the AVS has a built-in Game Genie and quite a few menu features. I was hoping that the no frills 8-bit HD would at least have crisp graphics without any of the other features. It's also advertised to run Castlevania 3 and Paperboy. During RGT85's test of Castlevania 3, it did in fact run, but it just sounded terrible. Just take a listen for yourself.
Now, Castlevania 3, it looks great, right? But let's listen to that music. Yeah, there's some issues with the music, unfortunately.
I'm inclined to agree with RGT85's oral assessment. That's a regression for the non-HD 8-bit console that is half the price, and hopefully they'll get that resolved. As for the Paperboy claim, I haven't seen anyone test that game yet, unfortunately, so the claim that it works cannot be verified at this time. Overall, if you already have an NES library but not a lot of money, then the Gamerztek 8-bit HD may suit you just fine. It's a far cheaper option than both the Retro USB AVS and the Retron 5. From the information that has trickled out, however, it seems that most casual folks that don't have collections and are looking to revisit their past should wait for the NES Classic Edition. The graphics are far sharper and cleaner than the 8-bit HD, and you do get dirty games at the same price. Whatever your choice, it's a great year for NES fanatics. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share, thumbs up, and subscribe. Every little bit helps, and I hope to see you back on my channel soon. Have a great one. Peace.